The Lion King is just one of 4 major musicals reopening today in New York City as life slowly returns to Broadway. Chicago, Wicked, and Hamilton are also raising the curtain today after being closed for more than a year because of the pandemic. For more about this, I'd like to bring in CBS News Broadway contributor Leigh Scheps. Leigh, welcome. Great to see you. So this is good news. Tell us more about the shows opening today and the momentum building as more and more shows open to audiences.
We are finally here. Just watching those clips of The Lion King in Chicago in teasing this story just gave me all the chills, so much excitement to be back. Let me tell you, anyone who is at a Broadway show tonight, whether it is, as you mentioned, Hamilton, The Lion King, Wicked, and Chicago, where I will be tonight taping an Inside Edition segment, is going to be in the room where it happens. Anyone who has a ticket tonight to one of these shows paid attention and bought tickets because it's going to feel like opening night of a Broadway show. I know what that feeling is like. I have been to an opening night of a show. It is electrifying. Everyone is so excited to be there. I can't stress that enough. And actually, at Wicked, at the dress rehearsal Sunday night for Wicked, let me tell you how much applause there was. I want to pull up this tweet that I saw watching people talk about dress rehearsal. One person tweeted, and this is a casting director, according to his Twitter bio, at the invited dress rehearsal of Wicked, the opening and curtain call applause was so loud that my Apple Watch gave alerts saying the sound was so loud that I was experiencing a decibel level unhealthy for sustained listening. That is the experience tonight. And I just want to say I want to stress that movies have been able to shoot, TV shows have been able to film, but tonight and the past few weeks, Broadway is just now coming back 18 months later.
So exciting. So Leigh, both The Lion King and Wicked have a special treat planned for opening day. What can fans expect?
So if you're not one of the 1,700 people who are sitting inside the Lion King theater tonight, you are in for a special treat because you can tune in to TikTok at 7 p.m. because they are streaming The Circle of Life, where everyone at home can experience the magic of what I was just talking about what will happen tonight inside the theater. And at Wicked, I heard Ben Platt say on morning television that he is going to be there. And on our CBS Sunday morning segment, Greg McGuire, the author who wrote Wicked, of which the musical is based on, he's going to be there. And I'm going to say for all of the shows tonight, there will be celebrities. So if you're at the theater, keep an eye out. If you're not, take a look online and see who was there tomorrow.
It's so exciting. There'll be a show going on the stage and in the seats next to you. So let's talk about ticket sales for a minute, Leigh. Are we seeing New York City's vaccine mandate have any dampening impact on ticket sales?
The vaccine mandate itself is not impacting ticket sales. If anything, I think it's encouraging more people to feel safe inside a Broadway theater because everyone inside is vaccinated and they're also wearing a mask. Broadway shows, the people who go see Broadway shows, 75% of them are tourists. And New York City isn't seeing the same level of tourism that it was experiencing back in March of 2020. Same goes for international tourists. We're not seeing them. So there are plenty of tickets for Broadway. Maybe not for tonight because people went out and wanted to get tickets for tonight specifically. But I went to look earlier this afternoon. Listen carefully. If you go on Ticketmaster for Wicked, if you want to buy your tickets online, I saw tickets available for October 30th, which will mark its 18th anniversary. So there are plenty of tickets available down the line.
So, and I just want to be clear, though, in terms of the situation inside the theater, we're not talking about every other seat empty. We're talking about full theaters. There's no specific COVID protocols going on in terms of social distancing, correct?
No, these theaters have 1,100 to 1,700 people inside of them. I went last week to see the dress rehearsal of Waitress. I am sitting side by side with everybody. They are not spacing out seats. There is no social distancing. It is crowded inside a Broadway theater if you've been in the bathrooms or, getting to your seat. So that is why Broadway has implemented this important vaccine mandate where they're checking your cards before you can go in that you're vaccinated. And they tell you multiple times throughout the evening to make sure your mask is on unless you're eating or drinking.
That's very reassuring. So, Leigh, as more shows return to Broadway, are there more avenues to getting tickets that are opening up? Because it's never been easy to get tickets to Broadway shows. I don't know if maybe it's a little bit easier now post-pandemic, but it's still challenging.
Well, there are always Broadway show tickets available. You just have to look ahead as opposed to the immediate dates. Hamilton, of course, is one of those shows that everyone just wants a ticket for. And if you can also get tickets for Hamilton, you can get them months down the road, and you can also get them at an affordable rate if you try for the Hamilton lottery, which is open. I will suggest, though, in addition to trying the Hamilton lottery, which I know everybody wants, to try some of the other lotteries. There are a few websites that offer discounted tickets, and that includes Today Tix, Lucky Seat, and Broadway Direct, which is a website that I often contribute to as well. And there are also mailers. I got them in the mail the other day with a discount code. So don't throw away your mail. Look at it for a discount code for Broadway. And there are also rush tickets available. I know there are discount tickets, $30 to $40 for Passover and for Waitress right now. And today, the TKTS building in Times Square has reopened, so you can get day of discounted 50% off tickets to Broadway shows that are currently running that night.
Very exciting. And I know Lincoln Center is back too. I know specifically the ballet, of which I'm a big fan, is opening up again this season. So it's not just Broadway. It's a lot of live performances all around the city.
And
Leigh Scheps, thank you so much. So great to talk to you about this exciting news. New York is back.
Thank you so much. And I want to just say that it's not just New York City, all across the country too. There are shows playing at all your local theaters.
Very good point. Very good point. Thank you, Leigh.